What is going on, guys? My name is Nathan, or Walking Dead already, or ELEMENTofFROST, whatever you guys want to, know me or call me by. But today I'm actually going to be showing you guys a little bit of what I created. And as you guys know, I am a fan of The Walking Dead, but I am a big fan as well of the show Breaking Bad, which sadly did end its, its series finale this past Sunday that just passed, and basically paying homage to it. So this is my new avatar. As you guys may or may not know, I used to have my avatar as Daryl Dixon, but now I made Walter White or Heisenberg. So I think I did a pretty good job on it. I don't know. You guys let me know. What do you think? Do you think I did a good job on Walter White? I think I did. I think I got it pretty spot on. But like I said, let me know. Also, I'll show you my bio here. Here we go. Alright, so, my name is Heisenberg. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I am the danger. And an awesome quote from an episode of Breaking Bad, where Heisenberg, or Walter White, is talking to Skyler. And basically says, I'm not in danger, I am the danger. Someone opens their door, gets shot, and you think that of me. No, I am the one who knocks. So, yeah, I'm a pretty big Breaking Bad fanboy. And we're basically going to do a little something different, okay? So GTA 5 Online came out today. Everybody knows that, but I don't have the game, so I'm going to do a little something different and play this game right here, State of Decay, guys. I am not playing through the story mode, though, okay? I'm not going to be playing through the story mode. I'm basically just playing survival on it. And by the way, this is a live commentary, by the way. So if you guys didn't know, but yes, I'm gonna be. Wow, that's loud. Okay, I'm gonna be doing survival on this map. So basically, I've done every single mission to this game, and I'm on the last mission. All I have to do is go to the bridge to blow it up and escape. But I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be surviving with my group. I'm gonna try to recruit survivors. Gather supplies, ammo, materials, food, everything that you need to survive, medicine. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. It's like a survival. So just to remind you guys, this is not a story mode playthrough or anything like that. So if you guys don't want to be bothered by spoilers, then you don't have to worry, because this is just survival. So yeah, the first little bit of this, I'm going to be doing a pretty big session, but the first little bit of this, I'm going to be doing something a little different. It's going to be a live commentary while playing a video game, Survival, Zombies, and reviewing Episode 16, or the series finale of Breaking Bad. And this episode was Season 5, Episode 16, Felina. Alrighty, guys. So, as you guys know, I do these reviews for The Walking Dead, okay? I do these for every episode of The Walking Dead. I review them, and I'm just a little late to the Breaking Bad party, so I never really got to review anything before. But I am definitely going to be doing this one. So I might get a little distracted while playing this. I'll try to, play this as much as I can at the same time as reviewing it. I might have to look away from my screen for a little, like a second every now and then, just to catch up on some of my notes that I need to speak of when doing the review, just so I can remember exactly what order the episode went in, and things like that. So as you guys can see, this is actually the main character, Marcus, here. It's a little laggy when starting out, so I guess while the world generates and everything, let's just get started on the review. So basically, the start of the series finale, it actually starts off with Walter breaking into a unlocked car. Well, I guess it's not really breaking into an unlocked car, but you know what I mean. It's not his car, and yeah. So he basically breaks into the unlocked car, and he's holding his breath, basically, because he the previous episode before this, he actually called the police and wanted to give himself up. Okay, he wanted to give himself up at the bar, but he decided not to, and now the only way for him to get away is to hide into this frosted up car and basically hold his breath so the windows don't unfrost and no one can see him. So, a little bit on this, by the way. You like my farm? I think I got Herschel in here doing this. So, I got like a training room, a bunkhouse over here, and a medical facility over this way. And this is a very good survival outpost, by the way, to have it completely surrounded by fence. Got the watchtower up here at the front. Got him taking watches over hordes and herds, everything like that. Zombie horde is inbound, so might have to take care of that. But yeah, so basically he holds his breath in the car, okay, and he's trying to start the car without anyone knowing. He doesn't see any keys anywhere or anything like that. So what he's trying to do is he finds a screwdriver, and he's basically trying to not really hotwire the car, but start it up with a screwdriver. Because if you jam a screwdriver into the ignition of a car, there is a pretty good chance that you could start it up and you could pass. If it's not a new car, by the way. If it's a new car and it has the whole remote starter thing, it's not going to work. But he was in an older type vehicle, and if you jam a screwdriver or something sharp up in there like that, it usually bypasses all the security and just lets you start it. So, yeah, that's how that one went down. So, he noticed it wasn't working with the whole screwdriver thing, and he's basically just pleading to, I guess the Almighty, saying, just get me home. And he eventually decides to look up in the visor of the car, and he actually finds the keys. So I guess there's a little bit of a good sign, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I'm a little distracted, by the way. This is actually hard. If you guys haven't ever done this before, you don't understand, yo. Alright, what's this over here? Oh, is that the main mission? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna take the waypoint off that. Holy crap, okay. Bunch of zombie hordes. Okay, I guess I should probably go intercept those. But, yeah. The keys tumble down after he slowly lowers the visor. He finds the keys and everything like that. So, basically, that's the start of it. He's thinking back of all the lives that he's destroyed. He's thinking back of actually Hank as well, to the very first episode of Breaking Bad, where they're having a party for Walt's 51st birthday. So there's that too. And now he is, like, after this part, after he reminisces and everything like that. Wow, my home's getting attacked right now, yo. Damn. Hold on, I got you. Alright, well, I would cover you if my stamina wasn't low. Alright, hold on. Alright. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Whoa! Alrighty. So, gotta get my stamina up. Do I have any chips? Okay. Wow, this is actually a lot more difficult than I thought it would be, to be completely honest with you. But, I'm gonna keep rolling with it. Alrighty, so many hours later, he basically stops at a gas station. This is looking back to episode 501. There was a little bit of a flashback at the start of him at Denny's, and he gets into his car. He sees his M60 in the back trunk. And if you guys haven't seen that, obviously, go watch that first and everything. But, yeah, I'm trying to look for some medication here. I guess I could take some acetaminophen. Do I have any energy drinks or coffee? I'd go with energy drinks for now. So yeah, he stops at the gas station again, and basically this is just reminiscing everything that happened in 501, the flashback. And yeah, you see his M60, so you kind of know what he's planning. He's said before, back in episode 515, the episode right before the finale here, Felina, he said that he wants to kill Jack and his people because he basically robbed them of approximately $70 million. And yeah, so there's that. And so he basically wants to get revenge on Jack and his whole crew, try to get his money back, and do whatever he can here. Take out some zombies here. Alright. Boom. And nope. There you go. Alright. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, he wants to get revenge. Alright. So, so basically the next part of the episode, sorry, I'm just really distracting with this whole thing. Next part of the episode, and I'm looking at notes here as well. So the next part of the episode is actually involving Gretchen and Elliot. So for a few episodes now, we've been presuming that he wants to kind of get revenge on them. But this is, he completely does the opposite. So what he does, he actually goes to their house. middle of the night, he goes to their house and brings with him the $10 million he still has left. Okay, so he brings with him the $10 million he still has left, and basically breaks into their house without them knowing, and alerts them that he's there. And now what he wants to do with that $10 million, he gives that to him, stacks it all up, makes them stack it up, and is basically telling them to, no matter what happens to him, please give this money to his family. Give the money to his kids, you know. It's not really any harm done. It's not like he's asking for much or anything. It's only benefiting his children, right? So this is what he asks them. And basically for insurance, he actually hires good old Badger and good old Skinny Pete to basically point little laser lights at them through the window and say that if you do not do this, if you turn into the cops, I've hired the 2 best men, hitmen in all of Albuquerque, and they're gonna kill you if you don't give this money to my family. So that's how he, you know, kind of ensures that his money actually is going to get to his family. And yeah, that was basically the end of that scene. I mean, there was a lot more than just that, but it would be pretty hard to explain, and you'd really just have to go watch it for yourself to understand the complete integrity of the whole dialogue between him and Gretchen and Elliot. So who is over here? Was this like a missing survivor or something? I'm guessing. Yeah, okay. Alright, hold on. Let me just kill these last 2 and I'll go searching for the missing survivor. Oh, come on. Alright, so, yeah, the next one was actually... Hold on, I'm going to pause it real quick. Go to my notes here. Alright, so... yeah, it ended up being Skinny Pete and Badger. He met him in the car and basically gave him the money, paid them off, and yeah, that was basically it. So then he was also asking Badger and Skinny Pete if his blue crystal meth was still on the market, and basically he told him they told him yes, you know, it was still on the market, and they actually all along thought it was Walter doing the blue crystal meth, but Walter finds out that it was Jesse, and he actually wasn't in Alaska, obviously. He was at the clubhouse, being held by Jack and his people. Alright, so, hello? Hold on, let me just search this place. Oh, there's a zombie. Okay, drop Camp Kim. See if I can see my missing survivor in here. Don't even know if they are in here. Nope, doesn't look like it. Wow, she's glitching through the floor. What are you doing, bud? There you go. Okay. Search this last room here, and we're clear. Alrighty. Let's go to the next one, if I can find a window, maybe? Okay. Yeah, right here. Alright, so yeah. He notices that they're making Jesse cook for him. Okay. And he obviously doesn't like that. So let me just take a break real quick and look at my notes here real quickly. Just like I know exact like I've watched so much of this episode, it's ridiculous. But okay. All right. So basically, the next part of this was not really shady, but you don't really understand it too well unless you watched a lot of the other seasons and you paid attention. So the next part of this episode was actually a flashback of Jesse having good times, you know, being a carpenter or working with wood. He actually, in a previous episode, he explained that he made this box in wood shop for his mother. And he pawned it eventually for drugs, and that was one of his biggest downfalls. One of his most disappointing moments of his life is pawning the box he made his mother, which made her so happy. So this is the last house I can search. She better be in here. Hey, stupid bitch, you here? Don't make me get Jesse call you a bitch. You've got to be here, yo. What the fuck? Hello? Why would you hide in here?
Come on.
Like, of all Of all the rooms in the house, you would hide in the back. Okay, so, anyways, yeah, this is basically just him reminiscing to when he actually made that box. And then he realized that he was still a prisoner in Todd's meth lab. So, yeah. Alrighty, so, at the abandoned White House, basically, you see him in the flashback again, Walter, and you see him getting the rice in, and everything like that, and basically that's when he sees the flashback of Hank saying, you can watch us knock down a meth lab, get a little excitement in your life, and he notices that he's got way too much excitement in his life. So not only is he wanting to knock down a meth lab, but he ran his own meth lab before. So, okay, so yeah, this is basically the next moment. Basically, Lydia and Todd are meeting in their casual, cafe spot where they usually meet, and Walter meets them there unexpectedly. They both never knew that that was going to happen or anything like that. And Walter meets them there, gives them a proposition to, you can cook meth. I have a new recipe. You can cook meth without the methylamine. You don't have to have the methylamine. He has a new recipe, which is obviously a lie. He just basically wants to get into the clubhouse, get inside, and try to take him out from that. So. Located, oh shit, right back there, okay. Alrighty, so yes, basically, you don't really see it at the time, but you can obviously presume, because Walt did get the ricin back from his apartment, and now Lydia is drinking her tea, and she starts stirring in, the camera zooms in on the cup of tea or mug that she's drinking. Alright, so basically assume that he gave her the ricin unexpectedly. And yeah, so he gains access to the clubhouse. Alright, so basically okay, so now this next part of the episode, Walt is actually in the middle of the desert, and you can see him assembling the M60, rigging up this mechanism to make it kind of go automatically and make it kind of go side to side, left to right, and just sort of have it like that, so he doesn't have to actually pull the trigger. There's just a mechanism that he can fire, and we actually find out that it was actually he rigged it up so that he can fire it from his keychain. So that will come into play as well. So there's that part, and now it goes to a part where Marie is calling Skylar and basically warning her that Walt is in town. There's been a lot of rumors that he's in town, and probably coming to her, Walt Jr. or Marie, or anybody else to do with his family. And then after Skylar gets off the phone with Marie, we basically find out that Walt's been in Skylar's house the entire time. Alright, so yeah, basically he tells Skylar that he wanted to have a proper goodbye, and basically assures her that after tonight she'll be safe from Jack's crew. They won't ever hurt her again. They won't hurt the baby. They won't hurt Walt Jr. or anybody else. So Walt urges her to use Hank and Gomez's burial site to strike a deal with the prosecutor, so she won't go to jail or anything like that. And he gives her the piece of paper where Walt and not where Walt, but where Hank and Gomez are buried, back where he had his $80 million buried in the ground, and then they unfortunately buried them in the same place. So that's how that went, and basically he just wanted to see his child. So Skylar did let him see Holly for just a bit. Holly was sleeping, of course, but yeah, just But anyways, the next part. Okay, yeah, the next part of this episode was basically one of the starting of the ending scenes, where basically Walt pulls up his Cadillac to Jack's compound, the whole compound thing, and their hideout or whatever. He pulls up his Cadillac to them, and basically, is wanting to strike a deal with them, saying, he can get a percentage of the money to show them how to cook crystal meth without the methylamine, because they must be running out. Okay, so basically they tell him to, pull his car up, and they actually tell him where to park it, but he parks it voluntarily somewhere else, which will come into play definitely later. So he proceeds to go into the compound, into the building where they're doing the meet, and they meet up with Jack and everything like that, and they're not interested in Walt's deal. So basically they're going to kill Walt. That's what they're planning. And basically Walt says that, you still owe me for Jesse Pinkman. You told me you'd kill him. I gave you the money. I lost Hank because of that, and you told me you'd kill him. And basically saying that they're now partners in crime. And he basically wants to prove, Jack wants to prove Walt wrong. So he brings Jesse in, actually. Shackles and all. He brings Jesse in. And this is where Walt redeems himself. Finally, he redeems himself. He's been so very mean to Jesse throughout almost the entire thing. But definitely within the last part, because he's done so much to Jesse. He's taken so much away from Jesse. He's taken, well, didn't really take Jane away from her, but didn't save her. He's taken Andrea away from her, unintentionally, obviously. But he's still, he's done so much to hurt Jesse. And this is where he sort of redeems himself. So he throws him. It's hard to explain, but he grabs his keychain and he throws himself on top of Jesse. He throws Jesse on the ground, presumably starting to fight. But what everybody else didn't know is what was going to come next. So he throws Jesse on the ground to get him out of the line of gunfire, and then he turns on his M60. Okay, this M60 just shoots through the brick concrete compound wall and just obliterates everyone. Okay, and he had Jesse on the ground, and so Jesse wouldn't get hurt, wouldn't get shot by the bullets. So he wanted to kill Jesse all along, but when it really came down to it, he couldn't do it. He didn't want to do it. So that's where he kind of redeemed himself there. And basically at the end, everyone was dead. Okay, and at the end, Jesse was unlocking himself. He choked out Todd. Jesse did. Killed Todd. And he was unlocking himself, unlocking the shackles and everything like that. And that's not good. I kind of meant to stop, but apparently I didn't. Okay, well, that sucked. Okay, so how am I supposed to get back up? Is there a way back up? Maybe it's over here. Alright, well, anyway, Jesse's unlocking himself, and Walt picks up Jack's gun and proceeds to go over to Jack, and Jack explains to him, if you kill me, if you pull that trigger, you're never going to see your money again. And just as he's about to say, you want your money, and just as he's about to say, if you pull that trigger, you'll never see it again, Walt pulled the trigger. So it wasn't about the money, His family got $10 million, so they don't really need any more, and he just wanted to end it all. So he killed Jack. He pulled the trigger right on the spot. It was really, really badass. But now it was revealed that Walt, during his whole M60 spree of just shooting everything with his M60, while laying on top of Jesse trying to protect him, he actually got shot himself. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, he actually got shot himself by his own M60, so that kind of sucks. Well, obviously that sucks, but then he had the gun, and Jesse turned around, and he threw down the gun and kicked it over to Jesse. Jesse then proceeded to pick up the gun, point it at Walt, and Walt told him to do it, and Jesse, with his great acting, Aaron Paul, Jesse basically said, nothing's going to happen until you tell me that you want it. And Walt pretty much explained that he wanted this. He's going to die. His cancer's back. He's shot at the moment. He just wants it all to end. So he's like, I want this. Jesse then throws down the gun and tells him to do it himself. So That was very, very cool of Jesse not to pull the trigger. So yeah, then Jesse kind of walks out after that. Let me get this police car here real quick. Jesse walks out, and Walt kind of follows him, and he follows him, and he's calling Lydia, and no, yeah, he calls Lydia from Todd's phone, and basically explains to Lydia that everyone is dead, and she's gonna die too because she got the old ricin poisoning from Walter. But I think this might be the bridge. No, it's not. Okay. She basically tells her that, you know, she's gonna die because she got the ricin poisoning, and yeah, then he just throws the phone away. Jesse is about to get in a car and drive away, and he basically looks back at Walt, and Walt looks back at him, and there's this eye contact, like serious, dramatic, emotional eye contact for a minute, and Jesse just gives him a little sign of respect, just gives him a nod to per se say thank you for, you know, getting me out of this jam. Thank you for doing, you know, coming in here, killing everybody. Thank you for letting him live. You know, just kind of like that, just to say, like, all is forgiven. I don't know about all forgiven because he did do a lot to Jesse, but he did give him that little sign of respect. Oh God, almost crashed. But yeah, that was very, very cool. That was very emotional, actually. So yeah, he gives him that little sign of respect, and Jesse hops in the car, pulls back and drives out, and is basically just very happy as he's driving away. He's screaming, he's happy, kind of joyful that he finally got away, and then it just goes back to Walt, and he goes into the makeshift meth lab that Jesse's been working in, and he notices the remnants of Jesse's last cook. He was cooking his blue meth, and he was really proud of Jesse because Jesse like knows his formula. He does it just as good as Walter, and that's why Walt was, I don't know, I guess proud. So yeah, Walter's obviously still shot, and he has his hand on his stomach, and he puts his hand on top of the equipment in the meth lab, picks up a gas mask and kind of smiles, reminiscing to probably the first season when Jesse and him started to cook together, and just kind of saying, you know, this has been a long ride, and it's all about to end. And there's sirens now off in the distance, and Walt just collapses to the ground, leaves a bloody handprint on a piece of the equipment in the meth lab, collapses to the ground. The police walk in, and he stares up basically at the ceiling, at the sky, with absolutely no look in his eyes at all, just completely bare, unemotional at all. And yeah, Walt or Heisenberg is dead, people. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. It's kind of depressing, you know. I often complain about, you know, people being depressed, you know, what does depression mean, you know, something like that. But now I can kind of understand, because now Breaking Bad is over and Walter is dead, you know. So there's that side of things that really makes me kind of sad. But it made me happy that he redeemed himself in the end before he died. So that's basically the review here for Season 5, Episode 16, the finale of Breaking Bad. The episode was titled Felina, and hopefully you guys did enjoy this review. I'm going to keep doing the survival playthrough here, and going to be focusing more on the game from now on, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this little review. And yeah, until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, bye.